Hey guys, Juliana and Xavier here. I just wanted to say that the class that you're about to enjoy is actually taken from our Boho Beautiful Prenatal Journey program. It is a 3-trimester yoga and fitness program that we created while I was actually pregnant with this little guy right here. And it is a program that we hope can serve any mother-to-be out there that is looking for that physical and spiritual support and guidance through this beautiful, beautiful time in her life. So if this is something that you think you might need, or maybe you know someone that might need it, click the link in the description of this video and all the information can be found down below. All my love, and I hope you enjoyed the practice. Hello friends, welcome to our 10th practice of the Boho Beautiful Prenatal second trimester. I am so proud of you that you're here with me today because that means we've made through an entire 9 classes, this is our 10th, of strengthening, awakening, reconnecting practices. And I'm just very proud of you that you've been here with me throughout this whole journey. I'm really excited to close off our second trimester together with a very gentle and rejuvenating yoga practice. This class is called your Gentle Baby Glow because we're going to be taking a really kind care with the body today. We're not going to go too fast. We're not going to go anything too strong on the body. We're just going to let the body and the mind relax, rejuvenate itself, and reconnect with your baby, of course. So for today's practice, we are going to be using a couple of different props. As you already know, we're going to be using our Bolster. We're going to be using blocks, as well as a yoga strap. Now remember, if you don't have a yoga strap, you can always improvise with anything else like strappy-like that you can find in your house. All right, so get everything ready and let's begin. All right, so to begin today, we're going to start in Supta Baddha Konasana. And as you guys know, we're going to use a block and we're going to be taking our Bolster. So to make this comfy, place your block first. Take the Bolster on top of the block. We're going to make a nice little line here with the Bolster, giving yourself an incline to support your body so we don't stay flat on our backs. And then I want you to relax here. And then bring the soles of your feet together, allowing your knees to open out to the side. Go ahead and place your hands on the belly. And as you begin to allow the knees to open and feel that gentle opening in the hips, in the inner thighs, go ahead and just add some gentle movement of your hands along the belly. So giving your belly a little bit of a rub. This is just to help you reconnect with your baby, with the energy that is expanding, growing, evolving inside of us. Taking this moment to appreciate your body for everything that it's done so far. Created this beautiful being inside of you. And now bringing it space and giving it that space to grow and evolve, to enter this world. It's quite magical. So just take this opportunity as you continue to take deep breaths in into the body and exhale, let it go. We're going to treat our practice today as a gift to ourselves. I am so proud of you guys for getting through these last classes, the last 10 days together here. And so with that in mind, with that gratitude, that appreciation for your body, for your commitment, for your strength, let today be a gift of relaxation, rejuvenation, and peace. Good. One more inhale. And exhale, let it go. Now just let go of your belly and open your arms to the side. And this should feel really nice on your chest. Just feeling a beautiful opening in the heart. Inhaling and exhale. Great. Stilling your mind. Finding stillness in your body. Welcoming oxygenated blood through the body. As you take that inhale and welcome that fresh oxygen into the heart. And let it go. Exhale it out. Setting an intention for our practice today. And that intention, I would love for you to create personally in your mind, but let it revolve around the idea of gratitude, of self-love and appreciation. Being proud of yourself for everything you've gone through to this point. Not just physically, but also mentally, spiritually. Just find that peaceful, conscious gratitude within. Give me one more breath and really think of expanding now the chest, the rib cage, the belly. And exhale, let it go. Beautiful. Slowly bring your hands closer towards your body. Bring your knees together now. And we're going to roll over to one side and just bring yourself off your bolster. Once you come off your bolster, we're actually going to take that bolster and we're going to use it to help us get into a nice comfy position in the next posture. We're going to take our butterfly pose. And as I mentioned it before in previous classes, I'd like you to, instead of bring the heels right into the body, I want you to keep it more of a diamond shape here. And then what you can do is you can actually take your bolster right on top of your feet. Just make sure there's no compression in the belly, and you can take your elbows just like this on top of the bolster. Maybe for some of you this is not going to feel like anything's happening, then you don't need to use it at all. You can actually just take your hands on your feet or your ankles and then use your elbows and just push down. Okay, so do whatever you got to do to modify or reposition yourself with props or no props, just so you can really feel this benefit of this posture. Just breathing here. With each exhalation, you can keep your eyes closed if that allows you to go deeper, but think about relaxing into the posture and not forcing it, not pushing too much. Because remember, we already have relaxin running through our body, that hormone that allows us to feel super flexible already. So it's not about that force, it's about relaxation and just surrendering into the pose, letting the body just take you there. Keep your eyes closed. Let's just take 2 more breaths here. Notice where you're feeling that release, where you're feeling the constriction happening maybe. Maybe it's in the back or the hips. And if you do find there is a center of that resistance, I want you to take a deeper breath, a conscious breath into that particular area in the body. And visualize your own breath releasing the tension. Visualize your body letting go. Our mind is about to be trained to visualize and to really help the body get through a miracle of a journey. I mean, from everything that I've learned so far, being a new mom, the birthing experience that I'm going to experience, but same as you as well, the mind and the body are going to have this deep connection in that moment, in that time. So letting us now in our practice find a moment where we can start to train the mind to react and correspond and communicate with the body to help the body relax is going to be extremely beneficial in helping us have a very healthy and safe pregnancy or birth. So use the practice of visualization, use the practice of breath, relaxation here. Let's take 1 more inhale. And then when you're ready, exhale. Come on up. Beautiful. All right. Now from here, what I'd like you to do is now extend one leg all the way out and then bring your left foot, I'm going to open myself up here, right along the inside of your inner thigh. You're going to take a big breath and just reach both arms up to the sky. Then as you exhale, you're going to take that same arm as the leg is extended. So for me, it's my right arm, right leg, and bring it down. Now you can also use a block here to make it a little easier. You can just hold on here. And then you're going to reach that other arm all the way up to the sky and towards those toes. All right, so here we're getting deeper into the side body, breathing deeper into the intercostal muscles. So the muscles in between your rib cage, which allow ourselves to give a little bit more space to the diaphragm, to the lungs, to welcome more oxygen into the body. One of the things I've noticed personally as I am growing bigger is that the more we grow in size, the more the belly starts to interfere with the diaphragm. So it's very normal to feel like you have a harder time finding your breath or taking a deeper breath. So when we're able to just go a little deeper into the intercostal muscles here, like I mentioned in the rib cage, it actually allows us to find a little bit more space for that diaphragm, for the lungs to work, and allowing us to find that deeper breath that we're looking for. So consciously here, as you open yourself up, just breathe deeper and really visualize your rib cage opening up. You're sending that loving energy into any areas along the side body that feel restriction, that feel that constriction happening at this point. Breathing deeply. Beautiful. Come back up to center, nice and slow. Now for the next posture, I would like you to use your strap or whatever you have as a strappy prop for today. Then what you're gonna do is take the strap and just place it over top of that extended leg. So now instead of having your hips completely open, we're gonna slide this hip slightly back so the hips are a bit more square. It's a single-legged forward fold. What you're gonna do now with the strap, you're gonna wrap it once around your wrist so you have a really nice tight grip. From here, flex your foot so you're feeling that extension through your hamstring, through your calf, lengthening through the spine, nice and long. And then as you exhale, just start to come forward. Now remember, right now in our second trimester, it's not about just releasing as far as you can. It's about finding that balance and connection and that stretch. So if you do need to come forward, just make sure that you're not coming completely straight. You're gonna slightly angle your body just a bit to the left so you have that space for the belly to come down a little bit. Because we always want to make sure we're keeping the space open for the belly. However, maybe if you're suffering from a bit more low back issues or tight hamstrings, maybe for some of you, this is going to be more than enough. A lot of the times when you're able to find that perfect alignment in the body, you don't even need to fold too far forward. By simply keeping your body straight, that foot flexed, you're already feeling that really nice release in the hamstring. So breathing deep and letting go. And for any of you guys that have had a very strong practice before you got pregnant, there is a little bit of that ego that can arise when we start to practice, where you're used to be able to go further, or you're so used to your body being able to move a certain way. And now with this new restriction, it could feel a little bit frustrating sometimes that you can't do certain postures. But just remember that this practice right now for you is just part of your journey, and that you are exactly where you need to be. So your body will respond exactly the way it is ready to respond in each posture. And it's all about honoring our body, right? And any practice that we do, whether it's advanced or beginner or prenatal, every time we step on the mat, it's simply about honoring and being kind to our body. That self-love practice starts on your mat. So think about that. If you ever start to feel those thoughts arise, your ego starts to rise up and those feelings can overwhelm you, just think self-loving, caring thoughts. One more inhale. Exhale. All right, let's release. Now all we're gonna do is just switch sides. So you're gonna extend the other leg, bend the other knee. You can use your block to help you here. Place it along the inner thigh. Inhale, let's reach both arms up. Now again, our hips are open now, so literally facing the screen. And then same arm comes down as the leg that's extended, and you're just looking up and giving yourself a nice deep stretch. Good. Now continue to reach that top arm all the way towards those toes without having to hunch forward, right? So you want to keep yourself open. If you want to think of looking up towards the sky, that will allow your shoulders to open up even more. Now let's visualize, let's bring that oxygen into the intercostal muscles here on the other side. Expanding your rib cage. Breathing deep. Letting go. One more big breath. See if you can go a little bit more. And then slowly release. Well done. All right, remove the block and let's just slightly start to turn the shoulders, turn the hips. So to do that, you can actually also lift your hips slightly off the mat. So you want to be a little bit more square, not fully open. Take that strap. Wrap it once around your wrist so you have a really nice tight grip. Now before we begin to go anywhere, we're going to imagine like someone put a string at the top of your head and they're pulling you up. So you're really elongating through the body first. Now think of pulling that left hip in, so that leg that's extended towards your body. Lengthen and exhale. Come on down. So maybe you're halfway, maybe you want to go a little more. Just be very mindful of that belly. Make sure there is no constriction, no compression. Keeping that space for it. Another little trick that sometimes helps is if you keep your back straight, but then you just tuck the chin down. So it's not that you're hunching forward from the upper back. The back itself is straight, but it's just the neck. And a lot of the times you can actually trigger a deeper release because everything is so connected in your back, right? That you can find a different spot of release or tension maybe. This is why I always say to play with it. Beautiful. Feel free to close your eyes and just pay attention to how your body is responding to this, where your mind is at. What are the thoughts that start to come through? Being mindful and control of your own thoughts. Letting them come and go as you stay with your breath. Stay in this presence, in this moment. All right, slowly come on up. Great job. And then release. All right, now we're going to go a little bit deeper into our hips with our dragonfly pose. So we're going to use a bolster and a block just to allow you to go deep, because we're going to hold this pose for a few minutes. So we want to be somewhat comfortable here. So take your block, you're going to place the block on its flatter side, so not too high. And then you're going to take your bolster and just place it like this. Very similar combination as we do in our shavasana. And then make sure that there is space between your belly and the bolster, because we are going to lean forward. So again, we don't want to constrain the belly. So once you start to come down, you can just bring your elbows onto the bolster like this. And if you have lots of space, you can actually come all the way down. Okay, so you can relax. Your legs are out, feet are flexed. And then from here, you can just rest your left or right cheek. You can let your body weight come over top of your bolster. Just being very mindful that there is, again, enough space for the belly. If you feel like the belly's being compressed a little bit against the floor, depending on how big you are at this point, you can come up onto the elbows, and that will give you a lot more space here for the belly. Okay? So just breathing here, letting go. Now feeling that opening in the hips, in the inner thighs. Breathe it out. With your eyes closed, you're coming into this beautiful meditative state. You can even reflect of how the last 10 days have been for you. Where do you feel your energy has increased? Where have you feel your energy has decreased? Just simply take note of it all, without any judgment, just being aware. And if this is not your first pregnancy, it's also important not to compare yourself to how your experience was, during your first time against this time, because every experience, every journey, every pregnancy is different. Not just for every person, but also for that same person, but with a different baby. This is my first baby, so I can't even comment to it fully, but this is from what I've just heard from a lot of moms, and that every child gives them a different experience internally. So all we have to do, no matter how difficult or how easy the ride has been so far, is to appreciate it. To be grateful for it, to be loving with ourselves, with our bodies. All right, one more inhale. And when you're ready, exhale, come on up. Good. Now, from here, just bring your legs together. Now, what we're gonna do is do a really nice deep quad release. We've been doing a lot of squats in the last 10 days, so it's gonna feel really good. Now, because in our pregnancy, we can't go on the bellies anymore. However, we can use props to help us still get a little bit of benefit by going onto the side of our body. So what you're going to do is you're actually going to take your bolster. Now, if you don't have a bolster, maybe your pillow's too low, you can also do the same thing with 2 blocks by placing them lengthwise and then bringing your body over top of the bolster blocks. Now, if you're using blocks, You want to make sure that they are right where the hip line is, so where the hip bones are. So when you're on your elbows, your belly is completely free. Okay, so there is literally nothing in between your belly and the floor. And then you're staying on your elbows. So you can treat this as a little baby cobra if you're looking for that little bit of a gentle extension. But what we're gonna do here is actually go a little deeper into our quads. So you're gonna bring your left elbow down like this. You're gonna bend your right knee, and I want you to grab your right foot. And then begin to pull the heel towards your glute muscle. And just starting to feel this nice stretch through your quad. Breathing deeply here. Now, if this is just too uncomfortable for you, or if you're not really sure about this, you can also do the same variation. So stay there, don't move. I'm just going to show you another variation you can do, and that would be on the side. So you would just go on your left side, you would grab your heel, and you would hold it like this. Okay? So just see how it feels. But again, this is just a nice little way. I'm going to show you what it is with the Bolster as well. It's just a nice little way to still give us that opportunity to open up through the body without, of course, being on the stomach. All right, so let's just do the same thing switching. So you're going to take your right elbow down, other side, grab that foot, pull it towards your glute, and try to keep your shoulders square if you are in this variation as I am. With each exhalation, you're just pulling the heel gently towards your body. You do need to use a little bit of upper body strength to hold yourself up. So if you do start to get a little tired, you can always relax and come into child's pose or come onto the side like I showed you previously. Just make sure that you're not pressing anything on the belly. So where the blocks or the bolster is literally kind of where the pubic bone is. So you're really, the whole uterus, everything should be completely free. Good. And then from here, come on up to your elbows, bend your knees, just bring yourself off your blocks or bolster, or just come on onto your knees. And then let's bring the bolster lengthwise and take our child's pose to finish off here before we get into our shavasana. So child's pose, we're going to keep the knees open. And again, we're just going to relax. Make sure that there's space between the bolster and your body, so then when you come down, the baby and the belly is free, but then you have some space to just relax here. And I like to just take my left ear or right ear, or of course both, you can switch, and let your body completely let go here. Just let your body relax, close your eyes, feeling that gentle release through the lower back. Staying with your breath as you inhale and exhale. Now if you're on one cheek, just switch to the other cheek now, so you stretch the neck equally as well. Just breathe. Close your eyes. Enjoy this restful, calming posture. Simply focusing on your inhalation and exhalation. All right, my friends. If you're comfy here and you don't want to move, you're more than welcome to just stay in your child's pose. Otherwise, let's come all the way into our shavasana to close off our practice today. Again, just use the block and the bolster. You can bring the block a little higher if you want a little bit of a higher incline here. And then come on down onto your back. Just relax. Keep your knees bent, or you can keep the legs extended. Whichever feels right for you, that helps you relax and let go. So your hands are on your belly. Let's practice a 3-part breath to close off our session today. What that's going to be first, I'd like you to inhale and feel your belly rise, expand. Then you're going to take that same inhalation, that breath, and move it upward towards your rib cage, feeling the rib cage expand. And then continue to move it upward, feeling your chest expand. So it's all in one breath. And then as you exhale, move your weight down so that upon energy, as you release the chest, release the ribs, and then exhale out of the belly. Good. So keep doing that at your own pace. Inhaling in, belly, ribs, chest, and exhaling chest, ribs, and belly. Good. Continue. Just stay with your breath. Visualizing this flow of energy, of prana, entering your body and filling you up, filling up your baby with this beautiful energy, oxygen, life, force. And then let it go. With your next inhalation, let us cultivate that gratitude, that self-love, acceptance as you inhale for your body, love and gratitude for your mind, for your strength, for your dedication and commitment to your health, to your well-being. To exhale, let it go. Keep going again. And keep your hands on the belly. And again, just notice if you feel any sort of kicking, any sort of movement from your child, from your baby. Letting it know that you are here, that you love this beautiful baby that's in you. And through your own conscious awareness, send that beautiful energy towards your baby. There is a really beautiful connection that we have energetically between our third eye chakra and our second chakra, which is exactly where the uterus is, where the baby is. And so as we come into these deep, relaxed states of being, focus on the energy in your third eye, so that space between your eyebrows. And see that as your pathway of communication with your own baby. Because that connection between your third eye and your second chakra, so it allows you to deepen that connection between yourself and your beautiful little human inside of you. To that connection, send your baby love. Send your baby gratitude for letting you experience this beautiful journey. The journey of creation, of life. Beautiful, guys. As you continue to take your breaths here and relaxing into this position, This is our very final class of our second trimester. So if you have the time, please stay in this position for as long as you need to. You can keep relaxing your body, connecting with your baby, feeling your baby with your hands. However, if you do need to close off along with me, then just follow my voice as we take an inhale. On your exhale, bend the knees and roll over to one side and come off your bolster. Coming up to your seated position on your mat. And just taking a breath. Bring your hands over to your belly one last time. And inhaling deeply. Exhale everything out. Feeling yourself grounded, rejuvenated, and at peace with everything that's going on internally and externally. Slowly bring your hands to your heart in prayer position. And take this opportunity right now to bow down to your heart and thank yourself not only for this beautiful, peaceful practice that you just finished, but also for your dedication and commitment in the last 10 days of this second trimester, for showing up, for doing your best, for listening to your body, for nourishing your body with movement, breath, and self-love. It has been an honor to guide you through this journey, this special trimester in your life. Thank you so much for joining me on the mat, and I wish you a healthy and beautiful next chapter in your pregnancy. I look forward to seeing you in our third trimester. From my heart to yours, love and light. Namaste. I just wanted to say a huge heartfelt thank you one more time for joining me on the mat today for this practice. I hope it gave you everything that you were looking to receive. And like I mentioned earlier, this practice was taken from our full Boho Beautiful Prenatal Journey program. And it is a program that we created during a very, very special and transitionary time in my life, because I was pregnant as well. And it's very, very dear and special to my heart. Not only for that reason, but also because I find that it really came together nicely in providing any mother to be out there the opportunity to not only maintain and support their physical and mental well-being through the yoga and the workouts, but also give you the opportunity to connect deeper to this life that is growing within you. I think that's one thing that is somewhat missing through all of the prenatal content that is out there. It's beautiful to, of course, maintain our body, but we always have to remember that there is a human being growing inside of us, and so energetically we must find ways to connect to that life, that force of creation that is constantly running through us to bring this life into being. And so this program really focuses on giving you the opportunity on a daily basis to connect to that energy, to connect to your beautiful baby, and to really enjoy this beautiful, powerful time in your life into motherhood. So if this is something that you feel connects to you and that you need in your life right now, then you can click the link in the description of this video, or maybe you know someone out there that is about to have a baby and you know they could benefit from such a program, then feel free to share it with them as well. But overall, I just wanted to say thank you again, and I send you all my love, and I hope to see you on the mat soon. Namaste.